Welcome back to Thundersport GB at Mallory Park. Once again, it's the Euro Formula 600 Sidecars. Steve.
Okay, so time for the second F600 race here, and Simon Neary and Dipesh Chauhan are looking for another race victory. The question is, though, Robin, can Dave Atkinson and Phil Napton here, second on the grid, catch up with him? Back to you.
We shall see. Yep, they gave it a good chase in the earlier race, but it was very hard to see a chink in the armour of Simon Neary and Dipesh Chauhan. They had pole position, they got the fastest lap, and they won the race, and they did so very smoothly. Sid says, watch the lights time, and they are ready to roll. Neary and Chauhan on pole position, and away they run, and whoa, bit of a collision there, and there's an arm in the air at the back of the grid as well. That was a bit of a collision between 45 Dave Atkinson and Phil Napton of 56 Bill Curry and Kev Morgan. Steve, lucky to continue, and somebody waved an arm at the back, didn't get away from the grid.
Yeah, that was John and Doug Chandler, I believe, Robin. So they're unfortunately not going to take any further part in the race, but it was a lucky moment there for Curry and Morgan. But at the front, it is Neary and Chauhan that have got away at the front, and they're very much sending out a message, I think, to all F2 sidecars out in Britain. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough here, because they're off into the lead. In second place there, Atkinson and Napton will do all they can, I'm sure, to try and stay with them for the duration.
A much better start this time round too for number 10, Conrad Harrison and Lee Patterson, the Bradford pairing. Printing roller supplies on their Honda. They got away well, they're up into third and chasing hard.
We just saw Lockie and Clements going past there, and here is Conrad Harrison and Lee Patterson, number 10 then. They move up into second position. Conrad Harrison, of course, third in one of last year's TT races, so he's no slouch and getting away well there.
Yep, although it has to be said, a lap of the TT circuit, a lap of Mallory Park, is
quite different.
Just a few, just a few miles distance, but they clatter over the curbing there on the entry into Ebwinas. And this is an excellent battle that's shaping up for second and third places.
Yes, at the front, there's no catching the Nick Crow racing team of Simon Neary and Dipesh Chauhan. And I know for a fact that Dips was saying that he was looking forward to getting some competition this season, so it would be nice to get a few more of them on the grid. But this battle here for second is really hotting up then between 10 and 45.
It's a brilliant shot that lights the eyes there. Looking just a little bit, Lee Patterson almost cross-eyed there as he came down the hill. The effort he was putting in, but they are in a good second place. They've lost sight of the leaders for the main part, but it is a lovely battle for the podium places as Neary and Chauhan clear off at the front.
Well, I can assure you, Robin, having been on the back of an F1 last season, the whites of your eyes are the last of your worries when you're hanging on to the back of one of these things.
Yes, I've been foolish enough to do this once as well, and believe me, I just hung on for grim death.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the first in the queue for that next time when it comes around. A little bit further behind, you can just see there Cookson and Cookson just ahead of Lockie and Clements.
Yep, and Clements are local passenger from just up the road in Old Shilton, but up the front and way down the road, Simon Neary and Dipesh Chauhan just plowing their merry furrow. They are having a thoroughly good time. They see the last lap flag, but the battle for second, well, it's resolved itself in favour at the moment of Dave Atkinson and Phil Napton, have managed to get by Conrad Harrison and Lee Patterson, and they've got a little bit of a gap, but it's going to be a good old last lap for those final podium places.
Yes, Dave Hudspeth Carpets, who sponsor the Neary and Chauhan team, are going to be very happy here because the Nick Crow Racing setup are going to take 3 out of 3 from the weekend, a perfect result for Simon Neary and Dips on the back there.
Yeah, and fastest lap of the race, and they sort of gently clattering into the curbing as well, but there they see Sid in the checkered flag, and it's thumbs up. Yes, very pleased with that. And that is another excellent win in the books for Neary and Chauhan. Atkinson and Napton did finish second at the end from Harrison and Patterson. Curry and Morgan were fourth, Ransom and McWhirr fifth, and Lockie and Clements finished in second. There, the very crowded podium. Simon Neary and Dipesh Chauhan in the middle. And in the championship point standings, well, as you'd expect, Neary and Chauhan head the table from Atkinson, Napkin, Lockie and Clements. Curry and Morgan are fourth, Ransom and McWhirr fifth, and Saunders and Parker in sixth.
Winners of that race, Simon Neary and Dipesh Chauhan. Simon, a great weekend for you, 3 out of 3. Couldn't get really any better than that.
Yeah, that's right. We've had a real good weekend. Weather's been on our side, and everything's worked really well. The Oak Amortizer worked exceptionally well. Considering it's a new track, it's been a little bit greasy, but we've everything's come together.
Dips, your thoughts on the weekend? Good one.
Yeah, first meeting of the year. Happy to get 3 wins. It was all right. So it was a difficult track, point to up off the lap record in my last race. So we'll come back and have another shot at it. I'm sure we'll get that record back again.
Well done to you both, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thanks for
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.